before I start with a new topic, let me know if you are stuck anywhere. Anywhere you want my assistance. Anyone? If not, I'm going to start. Okay, so I'll proceed then. So we were doing Dunning by collection strategy. So just to recap, Dunning procedure is over. Now in Dunning by collection strategy, we just check that under business transaction, we have Dunning, and here we have Dunning by collection strategy, and we have the BRF plus. I was talking about BRF plus. So in the defined collection strategy, we need to find the collection strategy name. So this is the different collection strategy. So against collection strategy E1, we have a BRF plus assigned, that is the UTG collection strategy. Okay, so I'll open this. /o BRF plus is the T code. Click on the T code, it will open up the BRF plus. It's a separate environment. And here's the BRF plus application. So come here and we select the name, copy the name in the name here and click on search. And this is my BRF plus. So in the BRF plus, the benefit of BRF plus is that, so you go to expand this and go to expression. Under expression, we have decision table. So decision table, this helps us find the next collection step. So remember, we had Dunning levels in Dunning by Dunning procedure versus in Dunning by collection strategy, we have collection steps. So the collection steps are determined from here. For example, suppose for residential customer, so click it, and here we have the rule. This is called the decision tree, or decision table rather, decision table. So here it says what is my previous step and what is going to be my next step. Okay, so in Dunning, Dunning by Dunning procedure, you have seen that the previous level versus next level. So first level email reminder, second level notification, like that. Here, this is absolutely customizable. So you can customize. So what is mentioned here? It says, I'll go from here. It says, so ideally I can download it, but here the download version, the Excel MS Office version does not match. That's why I cannot download. Okay, so the only difference is I have to do right and left, or rather if I do, okay, I have to again, whatever, even if I reduce into tiny bit, but still for the right hand side I have to do the scroll left, scroll right. Okay, anyway, so I'll go back to the original size. I'll put it 80%. So here you see it says that if my division is 10, so what is division? You just click it. Okay, it does not show me the division text, but anyways, so you understand that division 20 is gas, but we can check the division. So how to check the division /o? I'll just open a contract, ISU contract ES22. This is an ISU S4 version. Okay, so I'll just open a contract and let me find a contract. I have shown you how to see the contract in Brim, and here's the contract in ISU. So I'm going to open any of the contract, or rather I can see the division from here only. So here we have a F4. So the divisions that are configured into this system, oops, why is it showing me only gas? Don't I have anything? Oops, and there is a runtime error. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back to the BRF plus. So basically we have three division. The 20 is gas, but 10 and 30, I don't know which product is this. So if the division is 10, and if the days in area, this is the days in area, and this is the Dunning frequency. So if the division is 10 and there is days in area is uh, 3, that is more than 3, that means since the due date 3 days has passed, that is more than 3. Okay, so more than 3 days has passed, then, and days since last step is not required because this is the first step, and the overdue item is more than 50, and my previous Dunning level is blank, previous collection, last collection step is blank, then it will start collection. Okay, the first collection step is the friendly reminder called C001. Next, after that it checks that, okay, same 10 division. Now my days, it is not checking the days in area anymore, it is checking the days since last step. That is in the C001, suppose it is more than 3 days since C001 was done and the amount is more than 50, and my last Dunning step was C001, then it will go to C002, late payment charge. Okay, like that the next collection step can be determined. Now it is very easier for the business to understand. Okay, so versus like here, when I go Dunning by Dunning procedure, so first of all they don't have access to SPRO. Okay, even if somehow they can arrange the access, they have to come here and they will see what are the different collection step and each step, what does each step mean. So because they have to come to so many, like they have to go to SPRO, expand business transaction, Dunning. So it is always better to check from here, so they can check it from here. For example, suppose tomorrow business says, okay, this rule is fine, I just want to make one amendment, that is I don't want to done people which are overdue for more than 50, I want to done people which are overdue for more than 80. Okay, so they'll just come here and they have this edit button. Okay, so they can edit and click on the 50 and is greater than, and they can change it direct input and they'll make it 80. Okay. Okay, 80, I think currency I have to enter USD. Okay. See, just like that. This change, if I did not have used BRF plus, how would they want to change? They, I mean, ideally, what way we change? We come here, then we go to the define collection step. We come here, select the collection step. Oh, that amount is hidden. Remember in Dunning by Dunning procedure, we had this option like we have the threshold. So that threshold wala field is gone here. In the collection strategy, Dunning by collection strategy, remember there was on the left hand side, whoever has joined last class, I have shown them that in the left hand side there were three under collection, under Dunning procedure there were three items. First one was showing the minimum amount. Okay, so that threshold is gone. So from here it straight away came to here. Okay, and say tomorrow, suppose I don't want to done just after 3 days, I want to done it for maybe, so just select, so it is now currently as greater than 3 days, I want to make it greater than equal to 3 days, I can change it to 4 days, and okay, see now things are changing. So it is very easier for the customer, even for the clients, they can directly change in production. They don't have to change it from development, test it out, move a TR into quality, then again get an approval, then move it to production. Directly straight away they can make the changes to production into the BRF plus. So decision table, it is very easier to maintain. First level of maintenance has to be done. Now suppose tomorrow business wants to check, okay, that's fine, I will derive the collection step based on my this parameter, but I want to check one more parameter. That is, if the customer is more than 60 years old, then I will go to, to determine the next collection step, I would also like to consider if the customer is a senior citizen or not. For that, then ABAPR has to be called. ABAPR will insert one column. Okay, so insertion of column is not allowed. I mean, as a functional, you cannot insert a column because like you can insert a row. You have this plus button. You can insert a new row, but new row, that is fine, but you cannot insert a new column. Column means what are the fields that are used to influence or to identify the next collection step. To insert a new column, ABAPer will add the column, and also as a functional you have to give the logic to the ABAPer. Okay, that's fine, that if it is more than 60, I don't want to disconnect the customer. Say the customer is very elderly one and the customer did not pay, because whatever communication we have sent, whatever email reminder we have sent, they must not have even read it. It's still it and in their mailbox. So in that case, so I'll see that okay, he's 60-year-old, so I will rather pay a visit to the to this elderly person. I'll tell them that I don't know whether you are getting my mails or not, but you are delinquent. Your bills are past due. Okay, so for that the ABAPer will add one column here, say age. Okay, and you as a functional you have to give the logic like how ABAPer will find out the age, like pass the date of birth from beauty triple zero table and compare the date of birth till system date. If it is more than 60, then I mean whatever, just put the age here. So more than 60, I will not disconnect directly. Okay, so like that, if new condition needs to be added, a new determinant has to be added, or new input field has to be added, then ABAPer will come. But out of the existing fields, if you want to make any changes, it can be changed directly. Okay, so here you'll see how it is designed. So it says first, if it is blank, then first email will be friendly reminder call. After that it will go to late payment charge. Then after late payment charge it will go to disconnection notice letter. Then after that generate disconnection order. Okay, so it says electricity, that means 10 division is for electricity. Okay, 20 division is for, okay, 20 is for gas water. I think 20 is mentioned as gas, and 30 has to be water. Okay, so like that, the next collection steps can be easily identified from BRF plus. Okay, so the BRF plus, entire BRF plus will be created by the technical guy. You don't have to worry. Once they create, you will add this thing. Okay, like amount, where you have to give the logic like where do I get the amount. So I enter $50, but I have to check, I have to compare the open item, whether the open item is more than 50 or not. So that logic, how to get the open item, that logic you as a functional you have to give. Now how to get the item? So I have shown you the two tables, slash show AC16 and FKK Macro. So in the FKK Macro, if you run FKK Macro, it will tell you how much the customer is done for. Collection is sent for how much. So here you'll see, okay, so Dunning balance is 470. Okay, it exceeds $50, but here you see Dunning balance is 19.97. So it is less than 40, less than that $50 limit, so no Dunning will be happening. Okay, so you have to give the logic like which table, which field I need to refer to. $50 is fine, but how would I compare that, which field should I compare with 50? So that logic you as a functional will give, and accordingly the next collection step will be determined. And here all these thing like this division, days in area, all these thing ABAPer will write the logic like how to get this item. For example, so they have this rule set over here, and under rule set as a functional you may not, okay, I will not save because it's a sandbox, it is not our training system. So whatever changes I made, do you want to change, do you want to save? I say no, because again it will ask a TR and there will be issues. Okay, so here first you go to rule set, and under that we have collection. So here you'll see a lot of coding is mentioned here, like how to get the account determination ID. Okay, the logic is get CAAD. So click on it, see it is loading, the logic will be shown. Like look into FKK VKB table, then and into the field Kofi's SD. So you all know that this Kofi's SD contains the, so if I open any contract account, slash o AC16, sorry, let me open from the contract screen itself, contract account. and here we have the COFI's ADID. So why ADID is needed? Because it is a residential. So we have different Dunning steps. So residential. So first I need to identify whether the customer is residential or commercial or industrial. So here you will see it has 01 is for residential, 02 commercial, 03 industrial. So first step I need to understand which in which decision table I should look up. That means I need to understand whether it's a residential customer, that is ADID has to be 01, industrial commercial customer ADID has to be 02, or industrial customer ADID has to be 03. Accordingly, once I identify, then system will look up. Okay, if say it is a residential had, you see residential had the $50 limit versus commercials have $250 limit. So under 250 there will be no dunning for commercial customers, and for industrial customer it is higher. It is 1000 USD. That is, industry means their consumptions are huge. So understand in industry how much electricity, or maybe let's talk about companies. If you talk about Brim, then in Brim, suppose we are consuming internet. So in an office, in an Infosys office in maybe New York, New Jersey, which are using, maybe Infosys is using five floors in a maybe 20-story building. So a 5 floor, how much utility, or sorry, how much internet consumption will be? Since their consumptions are higher, their turning threshold is also higher. Okay, so that all these coding are mentioned here under rule set, and these will be done by the developer. They will reach out to you for the logic only. Okay, so say for example, Dunning procedure get CADP. Why Dunning procedure is needed in this environment? We have written that if the customer is, for example, you'll see this. It's a very practical scenario. I'll show you this. Was it under here or somewhere else? So what I want to show you is here we have maintained in the Dunning procedure. Sorry, in the Dunning procedure we have this option. Is it a medical customer or a VIP customer? Because for medical customer or VIP customer, our collection step determination will be different. Say medical customer means it's a hospital. Now in a hospital, if they don't pay the bill, shall I turn off the internet? Shall I turn off the electricity? If I turn off the electricity, lots of patient may die. Suppose a OT is going on and I disconnect due to non-payment, then there will be legal suits against us, against the electricity supplying companies. So we have to identify that, okay, it's a medical customer. I will not run the regular dunning. Instead, I will maybe uh, I will not automatically disconnect. I will go talk to the client. I'll talk to the hospital guys that, hey, this is the problem. You're not paying your bills, blah blah blah. So all these things. So it is mentioned here. So I was checking. I think in the collection step itself, I was checking that Dunning change Dunning procedure get CADP. DP means Dunning procedure. So here you go to the FKP table and go to the field MAHNV. From here I'll identify, okay, it's a medical customer, so my collection will be different. Okay, I don't recall where was it stored. Maybe it is removed, but here we add this like medical customer. Is it a way to scroll down, or I can only scroll left right? Okay, I think I can only scroll left right. So this way we can do the dunning, and this is dunning by collection strategy. I have a full video on dunning by collection strategy where I have checked from the BRF plus and I have executed each step and to see that the step is being correctly used or not. Okay, so that way this is how the BRF plus is used. Okay, any question on BRF plus? And here, so I'll show you, maybe I don't know whether the dunning will happen or I'll get a dump. For example, say this customer. Let me see if this customer is active or not. So environment contracts. Okay, so I have an active contract. That means this customer is active. Okay, so it is ISU system. Oops, I'm getting when every time I try to open contract, I get a dump. Okay. Anyway, so I will just try to maybe I'll just try to done this CA. Let's see /n FPL9. Does it open the FPL9 or I'll get another dump? So let me see if I have any open item. Open item. No, it is. I think there are some issues. I thought I'll run one set of Dunning in collection strategy. So, but I can show you the Dunning history FPM3 for this contract account. So I'll open the contract account and I'll execute. So how many times was it done? So here you'll see, here it will tell you the last collection step and the, sorry. So this is the last collection step of last Dunning and this is the current collection step. So previously no collection step, now it was done to C001. So after C001 it went to C002. From C002 it went to L002 and L002 it went to C006. Okay, so what do they mean like C001, 2, 3, 4? So C001 started with friendly reminder call, then it went to late payment charge, then it went to L00, that is disconnection notice letter, and then C006 generate disconnection order. Okay, in this order, in this sequence only the BRF plus was maintained. Okay, so that is how you can done. Okay, so that covers our Dunning. Any question on Dunning? Anyone? Okay, so I'll go to the next topic. So for that, I'll come out of this server. Okay, so let's open our server.
Hi Subhadra, this Dunning is every industry they will use this normal as a concept. I mean, wherever they have FICA using, they will use this Dunning process normally.
Yes, not only FICA, wherever they want to manage the accounts receivable, they will use Dunning. Okay, I have explained Dunning by Dunning procedure in depth. I did the full cycle. That's why I did not run in collection strategy, because the concept wise it is different, but maybe in the operational wise the same way it will run. Okay, that's why I did not go through, did not get into the details. But yes, wherever they want to manage accounts receivable, Dunning is used. But in Brim, Dunning is I mean, not that frequently used, because in Brim most of the customers are prepaid. So if they prepay, then there is no problem of like following up for overdue items. Like that, you'll understand the difference. If you apply for electricity connection, then after your consumption of the first month, they will measure, okay, total unit consumed into rate, then they'll send you a bill. So there is a high risk that you may not pay. Versus if you apply for internet connection Wi-Fi, you have to pay upfront. Okay, say $9.99 every month you have to pay, or maybe $99 every month you have to pay. So after you pay, then they will start your connection. So that's why in Brim mostly it is prepaid. So Dunning is not required, but Brim also have postpaid. Postpaid means the enterprise customers are postpaid. You see, like your mobile connection, sometimes companies use postpaid connection. Okay. So in those customer, Dunning is used. But yeah, if you want to manage your accounts receivable, then Dunning will be used.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks.
Okay, no issue. Okay, so next our topic is collection management. Collection management means I will appoint a collection agency. Suppose I have run the entire cycle of Dunning, but still the dates are not recovered. Then what will I do? I will hire a third party who will try to collect the date on behalf of me. For that, maybe I'll be paying him, that company, maybe some commission. So the recovery agency company is like a recovery agency. They'll try to recover the money on on my behalf. That is called collection management. So let's do the configuration for that. So first I have to create the master data, that is the collection ANC. Collection ANC name I have to create like a business partner. So I'll create a BP first. Okay, first for that I have to see which number range. Generally collection agency BPs are external number range. Okay, so let me see which number range can I use. Okay, it is not under 5 kmg, sorry. In this environment 5 kmg doesn't work at all. So under SPRO I'll go to was application component. This is not our lookout. FICA people, they will not create, but since I have to create the master data, I'm just going for the um, number range. Business partner, basic settings, field grouping. No, not field grouping. Number range and grouping. Okay. So define number range. We have these many number range intervals. So external means this is 04 is external. Then this one 09 is external. How many? Then I have one en as external. Okay, so these many external number ranges I have. So and t series, these are also external. Okay. So I will create a number range. Can I create a number range? Say my external agency's name is say Regency. Okay, recovery agency equal to Regency. I made up this name. So I'll create a new interval. Now the problem is to find a interval which does not overlap is very difficult. Let's try. So I'll call it R1. I hope R1 is not already created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 52, N, L, S1, Z. Okay, R1 is not created. So I'll create it. R, E, N, C, Y, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how many did I add? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so R 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry. External. Okay. Is it added or waiting to be added? Okay, not it added. So I'll click on the plus button. So yes, it is now created. Okay. So where is my R, that thing R1. Okay. So this is my new number range. I'll save it and I will assign it to one of the grouping. Define grouping and assign number range. So here in one of the grouping which says external number range, there I'll add it. Okay. So I will create group. Anywhere do I see group? Something like group. Anyways, I'll create a new grouping. I'll call it R000, hoping this is not created. Recovery agency. Grouping. And I'll assign the number range R1. Okay, and save. Okay, so I'm going to use this R000 and create a BP. So I'll click. It is an organization. The recovery agency is an organization, not a single person, because I have so many unrecovered bad debts that I want to recover. So I cannot give the responsibility to a single person. He cannot handle. So I'll go to an organization. So this organization, I have to create this organization as a business partner. Okay. So I'll call it REGENCY and I'll assign the grouping R000. Where is that? R. Oh, I cannot type. Okay, I have to find from this list. 1 2 3 4 Tata Hex CJX 2000. Okay, it is not
I
a.
think you need to come out and come go to the BP again.
Okay, okay. Let's try that. Or maybe there is one more step after this assignment. Let's try now. In the config, whether that is the enough or I need to assign somewhere else as well. Let me see. Yeah, recovery agency. So I'll use REGENCY. Okay. So I'll call it company Regency Recovery, and I'll just call it Regency Recovery, say LLC. Street house, anything, any mandatory field I just need to pull, so put so US, that's it, and I will save it. Okay. Now this business partner number itself is Regency. So there is no problem of forgetting, like my contract account is 300 2016. So I don't need to remember my number. Instead, I can remember with the business partner because I created it as an external. So my business partner will be Regency only. So that way I can identify. So the master data part is done. Next I go for the config. So /nspro. So this grouping BP, this is not FICA people's lookout, but I just showed you because I want to have a unique name for my recovery agency. So now I'm going under financial accounting, new contract account receivable, payable, uh, business transaction, and we have what is that? Submit to collection agency. Okay. So come here, define collection agency. Now I will add the recovery agency here. So I'll click on new entry and I'll add Regency. Okay, BP added and saved. So before that, every batch I create one unique recovery agency. So the 15 recovery agencies are already created. So I have used this name like call date. So collection date means call date, call collector, call house, date next. Call house and date next, these are real recovery agency names. Date next operates in US, call house operates in Australia. Okay, date rake, HDFC call. This I did not create. One of my student may have done KPMG, blah blah blah. So recovery. Now this one, this batch we are using Regency. Okay, this is done. Next we have, suppose I have multiple collection agency. Understand this point. Say I have collection agency A, collection agency B, and collection agency C. Now I need to uh, write a derivation rule that which type of dates will go to which collection agency. For example, say if my customer is located in one state, say my customer is located in Texas, then I will send all the open items to A. Suppose my customers open items are my customers are located in California, I'll send it to collection agency B. Okay. Suppose my collection it is located at Florida, I'll send it to C. So like that, different derivation rule you can add. It is not only regional, it can be something else as well. For example, suppose if my customer is overdue with more than up to $50, I'll send it to A. If it is up to $1,000, I'll send it to B. If it is greater than $1,000, I'll send it to C. Okay, that way also I can assign the derivation rule. So like that, different derivation rules. So your client will tell you, say Regency 1, Regency 2, Regency 3, like different name. If practically this type of scenario happens, then client will tell you the derivation rule. Only one collection agency, that means no derivation rule is required. Okay, so this is not required. But if you have configured, your client has asked you to configure multiple collection agencies, that means the collection agency has their own jurisdiction. Okay, so first I have to write a derivation. So my system has to be defined such a way I do not send crisscross, like it should be sent to it, but by mistake I have sent it to C. That way it should not happen. So I have to write the rule. Okay, so that rule, for that we have a FQ event. So FQ event is 5000 series. I don't exactly recall the, it is 56, what is that, 5060. Okay, so the logic is at 5060 slash o FQ events. Here you look for 506 5060 determine agency. Okay, this function module is used to determine collection agency business partner to which the receivable are to be submitted. Now in the function module you'll see the logic will be there. In the sample function module, see in the importing parameter whatever fields I have, so I have the FKQOP structure. So this is nothing but the DFKQOP. So if it is amount based, then I'll go for amount. I'll write the logic in the amount in local currency. So here I will ask above, okay. So you'll see in the importing parameter itself, you'll see how much is the open item. If the open item is more than 100, send it to A, more than 300, send it to B. Like that, you have to add the logic. Now, suppose it is jurisdiction based, then what will happen? So find the contract account. So here is the contract account, or maybe here is a BP. So business partner. Find the business partner and pass the business partner into B200 and get the this field. Which field? This field, region field. Okay, so this field name is, okay, ADDR1 table region. Okay, based on that you can derive. So if you want to use the derivation rule, then you will come and enhance this event, which is 5060 here. Suppose you want to do it based on something else. Say you want to do it based on say there is a they are changing the collection agency. So up to 31st June, 30th June, it will go to A. Beyond 30th June, it will go to B. Okay. So here you will put the logic based on due date, FAEDN. So in the importing parameter of FAEDN, you will see if it is less than 30th June, you pass it to A. More than 30th June, pass it to B. So the client will tell you the requirement and accordingly you have to derive it. Okay, so I have less than 1 minute, please join back. So, or maybe if they want to do it based on document type or whatever way they want to do. So you have to check under DFKQOP that identifier is available or not. Okay, so male customer send it to A, female customer send it to B. Customer's age is less than 60, send it to A. So everything you can do, you get the BP, pass it to B200, get their age, get their gender, get their marital status, whatever way. Okay, so that way you can derive. But here I'm not going to derive because I have only sole collection agency, single.